Social media is a big deal in everybody's lives these days. Even back in the day with MySpace. Do you remember Campus Kiss?
Campus Kiss was like the dating site before POF came out.
This movie is about the creepers on all of these sites. I don't personally feel that I've been one, but I'm certain I know some people who have. Well, guess what? If you are sick of creepers, boy, do we have a movie for you. It's Creeper from Unearthed Films.
Why do we always have to be the victims? They're too good at covering their tracks with fake profiles and such.
I'll attach a sleeper to a pic. It'll be just like I'm at their desktop.
So this movie is about two girls that are trying to get back at creepers in general. They're sending dick pics and stuff. They are getting back at those that were being anonymous by targeting one singular, very desperate man, Jerry. We're gonna humiliate this guy, we're gonna record it, and we're gonna blackmail him.
He's the creeper, and we're the victims. He deserves everything that he has coming.
Really wish we could do this to all of them.
Who says that we can't?
And these girls talk like an 80-year-old wrote their scripts.
What's your problem?
I'm just so sick of these freaks.
You're really steamed. You should just let it drift, Erica. Guys are pervs. Always have been, and always will be.
When this was recommended by Deke, our top donator over on Patreon, I sat down to do a solo review for my Extreme channel. And then I watched it, I laughed my fucking ass off the whole time.
I'm really getting into it.
I know what you mean. It's like therapeutic.
Erica eventually gets to the point where she's like, I love humiliating this guy in such weird manners, like having him pierce his nipples.
And he tattooed himself with Erica's name.
Zaps himself with a taser after smoking a handful of cigars with her friend. She's like, you know what?
I want to go all the way with this scum.
You want to screw him?
I want to kill him.
So they set up a play date and they're like, hey man, drink the wine we gave you. So he's a tall, big man who's had maybe 2 sips of wine, not drugged, just slightly drunk, I guess. And they just kick him a little bit and they push him off this 3-foot ledge. And they're like, we're gonna hang you and we're gonna kill you.
You're gonna die, Jerry.
He's sitting down and he's just leaning there.
He's slouched.
Here, this is what would happen. Watch this. I'm hanging up. Not hanging. Anyway, he doesn't die regardless because they did a piss poor job at killing him. He passed out. They left. The cop in the Under Armour hat comes in and says, hey, he's escaped.
They went inside and there's no one there.
The IT guy who runs ConnectMeNet has all of this backed up on their server. The cops could just go to them and be like, Jerry and Erica have been chatting for the last 6 weeks and they have all of their like live stream chats here. Can we just see like how abusive Jerry has been to them for like the last couple months? The cops are gonna look at it and be like, these girls, they're the bad ones. They didn't think this through. They should have been fried.
I don't want to fry for it.
Fast forward a year later, we've got Heather, the babe of the movie, but she's oblivious as fuck. And while she's brushing her hair, you can see him in the reflection. Even if it was just us, okay, we're on a different angle with the camera. But she literally goes in to turn on the shower, and the guy was there the whole time.
My peripherals will be able to see a 7-foot tall, 300-pound man in them.
She doesn't notice him. And she goes to have a shower regardless, just by walking nearly backwards all the way there.
Continuously looking into the mirror.
And then she gets choked out. She's been captured by Jerry.
Can we just add that ConnectMeNet is the social platform? It's an online dating service. It's a news website.
Right, we did meet the doctor.
Yep.
His doctor, he told us, oh, you just caught me while I'm in my car reading the script.
And the medication made him almost childlike. That's why it's crucial for guys like you to let it go, and I can give him the proper care he needs.
The people who designed it were the masters of MS Paint. I can tell you that.
Those speech bubbles, they look like they're pulled right from like a Charlie Brown strip. Anyway, Heather wakes up. She's in the middle of nowhere and she finds a shirt that says, your friends, in like what seems to be blood on it.
Can I just say you glanced over one of the most dangerous stunts in this entire film?
Oh yeah, I did. It was terrifying and I was so scared. She's in a dog cage and she's dragged underwater.
Into a pond. She's trapped in this cage. It holds for about 10 seconds. Like there's no stunt double. Like you could die.
Yeah, this is fucking terrifying. So after she escapes that, she puts on a shirt. It has blood. It says, my friend.
My friend.
Gee, I wonder who could be behind this.
And she just starts walking. She starts following signs through the forest. She finds her friend tied to a tree who she releases. She's covered in blood, and G has her own shirt that says "Like Me." And they continue following the signs. The next sign has a couple canteens.
Do you think they're poisoned?
Don't be stupid. It'd have killed us already.
One girl just drinks it. The other girl's like, I'm just gonna pour it all over myself.
Oh my god, piss!
Like, I know they're in a forest, but like, it made it seem as though they were supposed to be in a desert and they were dehydrated.
And I'm fine with that. We tried to put ourselves in the desert. I brought out some hot lamps. I got my little iguana cage heat rocks, and we're just like, okay, soak it in.
They even had like the cactus. Which again, real stunts. Our Baldwin had like actual like cactus needles in his face when he pulled that one out.
No, he did not.
What do you think he pulled out of his cheek?
It's called glue.
5 minutes later.
So they pour piss all over themselves and drink it, and they're like, wow, this is piss, this sucks. Let's keep going along with this trap. They find a box. What's in that box? You gotta think it's a head.
What's in the box?
Or a dick.
Is my in a box?
It's not a head or a dick in a box. It's actually...
It is a head.
Well, there is a head. Yeah, okay, there is a head. Their friend is not dead. She's just buried.
I like how over the top she is like,
I'm not okay. Are you kidding me? I was just buried alive, you dumb bitch.
My biggest fear is being buried alive. It's not being buried alive up until my head where I can just exist and scream for help.
I feel she could dig her way out. Like if you kind of like squirm a bit, eventually the ground, like a good rainstorm hits.
We're not getting any rain in this desert. There's no way. She's fucking doomed. Anyway, she gets out, and nearly immediately, this is where we find out that it's all being filmed.
Oh my god, it's me.
They have a tablet now,
It's a tablet.
which has a little wire because boomers that write movies think that you need wires to show that things are connected to the internet.
Then the box explodes and Callie gets tossed away, but Heather and Dana get blown up. We don't see it, but it is assumed that they are dead.
I would assume that. Did you see the size of that fire?
We see Callie and she runs into our stoner forest friend.
Dude, what are you doing here?
Do you have a cell?
I've trekked here for the past like 5 years and I've yet to see a fellow sapien.
And we get one of the worst characters in this entire film.
He gets thrown through a tree though. Live by the tree, die by the tree, am I right?
You look pretty intense, but I got a cure for all your ills right here.
Which also leads to his like naked girlfriend having a dip in the pond.
This whole movie has a weird vibe to
You
it.
don't help me, you're gonna die too.
Chill, babe. I'm like an 8th degree black belt in Kung Pao. Ha ha ha!
The story is good, but oh my god, it's just cheesy as fuck. Like this big guy, he's eating some chili, shitting in a bucket, and he's like, hey, you made me put my head in a toilet, I'm gonna make you put your head in a toilet. I'm sure some people are very into this.
I'm a scat man.
Thankfully, Callie is a master hacker, and she rewires the iPad, and she finds out exactly the location of the killer, Jerry, and she just jumps on him and stabs him in the neck, and he's shooting blood out of his neck all the time.
But don't worry, he red greens that. He gets his trusty duct tape out. I had fun with the showdown with our cops who were really not cops, but like came off as like army SWAT guys, landing in their helicopters, calling each other eagles.
Eagle 3 and 4. With the contact.
As a longtime Call of Duty fan, you love to see the noob tube come out sometimes, especially for those snipers with the ghillie suits. They killed about 6 to 8 people, which was kind of fun. I mean, it's all visual effects. There's not a lot of practical stuff in this movie. You had fun with that moment. You just have this guy who should be dead, killing a whole SWAT team.
Like that was the best part of this film. And I always did find the interactions hilarious when he could like stop weapons. Like
the order of things is very strange. Like they escape, then they get captured again.
they literally stood in a field for a good period of time debating what they should do.
Like 30 feet from the guy.
I have complete control of the system, Anytime he walks by a camera, it'll give us his location and proximity.
And like Erica's like, oh, Jerry, I love you. And then they try and chloroform him, and it didn't work out. But then they got away, they had their conversation. Yeah, they just got away from him. And he's like, they don't think he's gonna chase him? And like, all he wanted was that access code to get those clickies.
He just wanted to live stream. And so the end of the movie is Jerry getting back into his Jeep. The girls are both strung up. He gets Erica, he ties her up 2001 Maniac style and rips her in half. And then does the exact same bullshit hanging that they did to him with Callie.
Yeah, she could have got up.
Yeah, just stand the fuck up and don't die. You know, like there's no struggle here. Anyway, this fucking movie, I thought it was fun and hilarious, but it's not good.
The dialogue is so bad, it's good.
The guy's a psycho. The guy's a born loser and an idiot. Drugs or no drugs.
At the end of the day, I thought this was pretty funny. I don't know if that was the intent. It is a complete misrepresentation of the internet, which is always fun. And the way that everybody talks is hilarious. I think that Jerry is definitely a creeper, but the girls are also like mega bitches fucking with him for no reason. You don't really care about either of them, so it's not a great movie, but it is definitely fun to just watch and see what happens to both parties, because you want anyone to die. The deaths aren't satisfying, but it is what it is. I will give this 2 awkward arousals out of 5.
We could take his very being. Stop working me up, Erica.
I can completely understand the direction that this film was going. However, it definitely came off as really campy and cheesy. Because of that, I had a fun time watching this film.
I'll give you a warning. Dangerous animals are kept in the zoo, right? The lions, baboons, all the beasts that have fled out and wreak havoc on society. I'm the zookeeper.
It gave me a lot of different emotions. There was no one I was rooting for because both parties were people I didn't like. But I wanted to see how it played out. And it played out in such a way that I never would have seen coming. The fact that we had this cat and mouse game in the forest, which gave us interesting kills, was different. I don't know if I could actually recommend it. So with that being said, I give this film 2 pillow people out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, at the time of filming, it's on Tubi. So watch it for free on Tubi with a couple ads. What's also free? Subscribing to Bloodbath TV.
But wait, that's not all. For a few dollars more, I'll like masturbate while 20 guys drill me in the ass and then cover me in their baby batter.